When you think of ancient Egypt, one name towers above the rest like a monument carved in stone: Ramses the Great. He was Egypt's most celebrated pharaoh, a builder of cities, a warrior king, and a god in the eyes of his people. His face is carved into cliffs, his statues rise taller than buildings, and his legacy echoes across 3,000 years of history. But who was Ramses II really? Was he just a great marketer with a good chisel, or a true legend of the ancient world? This is the entire history of Ramses the Great in just 10 minutes. Ramses was born around 1303 BCE, the son of Pharaoh Seti III, an accomplished and respected ruler of Egypt's 19th dynasty. From the moment Ramses was born, his path was carved in limestone. His name literally meant born of Ra, the sun god. He was groomed to rule. As a teenager, he was made prince regent, and at just 14 years old, he was already leading military campaigns alongside his father. Imagine being in high school and commanding an army. Yeah, Ramses did that. When Seti died, Ramses II became pharaoh of Egypt at the age of 24, and he wouldn't just rule, he'd dominate for 66 years. One of the biggest moments of his reign came early: the Battle of Kadesh. This was epic. Ramses marched over 20,000 troops to fight the mighty Hittites near modern-day Syria. It was one of the largest chariot battles in history. According to Ramses, he was ambushed but fought bravely, single-handedly turning the tide of battle with his divine strength and courage. But historians say he might have just barely escaped with a draw. So why does it sound like an action movie? Because Ramses made sure it did. He plastered his version of the story on temples, monuments, and stone walls across Egypt. Propaganda? Maybe. But effective? Absolutely. If you think modern politicians love a good photo op, Ramses was the king of self-promotion. He went on a construction spree that would make even Rome jealous. He expanded the temple at Karnak. He built Ramesseum, his own mortuary temple. And most famously, he commissioned Abu Simbel, two colossal statues of himself carved into a cliff face. Each over 60 feet tall, staring down anyone approaching Egypt's southern border. He even had statues of himself added to older temples, sometimes replacing other pharaohs. He wanted future generations to know Ramses was here, Ramses was everything. Eventually, Ramses and the Hittites were tired of fighting. In 1258 BCE, he signed what is believed to be the first known peace treaty in human history. It wasn't just a handshake, it was a strategic move. The treaty included alliances, non-aggression clauses, and even a royal marriage. Ramses married a Hittite princess, bringing diplomacy into the palace. Who says you can't make peace and look fabulous doing it? Ramses didn't rule alone. His queen, Nefertari, was one of the most influential women of the time. He even built a temple for her next to Abu Simbel, an almost unheard-of honor. He had over 100 children with multiple wives. Imagine trying to remember all their birthdays. This wasn't just about love. It was a symbol of power, legacy, and continuity. A royal family meant a stable kingdom. Ramses ruled for 66 years and died at around age 90, an absolutely staggering age in the ancient world. He was buried in the Valley of the Kings, and his mummy was later moved and rediscovered in the 1800s. Today, he rests in the National Museum of Egyptian Civilization. When his body was flown to France for restoration in 1976, Egypt gave him a passport. Occupation: king, deceased. His memory: still alive. Modern Egyptians refer to him as Ramses the Great. He's in textbooks, movies, museums, and now YouTube videos. So what made Ramses truly great? Was it his victories, his monuments, his godlike image? Maybe it was this: he knew the power of legacy. He used battle, diplomacy, art, and story to build a version of himself that time couldn't erase. And in that way, Ramses II won the only war that matters, the one against oblivion. Thanks for watching the entire history of Ramses the Great. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Who should we cover next? Until next time, stay curious and never stop exploring the past.